Hi everyone, welcome to the first episode of Tab Overload by Ren Oaks. I am Ren, aka Ren, and this is my show. I am so excited to launch my first episode by bringing my best friends on, Saad and Destiny. If you know me, you definitely have heard their names. They are my light, my heart. I love them. And this trio came back together after 2 months of being apart because Saad decided to move away. But he came back and we got to hang out all Sunday. We had so much fun, and this podcast happened within the first hour of us being all together again, and we literally were all over the place. So please bear with us through this episode, and I hope you enjoy this trio as much as I do. Let's get into it. Hey queens!
Diva! It's been so long since we've all been together.
It's been like how long?
2 months.
That doesn't feel real.
I'm sure people are like, that isn't that long, but to us it is. Okay?
I feel like the majority of people who are going to watch the first episode, they know me.
Yeah.
All I do is talk about you guys.
That's true. Same.
The Brats.
So they know exactly who Destiny is. They know who Saad is without even like...
Please, the amount of people that know about you and your lore, like... Anytime I talk to Bryn, she's like, I don't feel bad about some of the things I do because what you tell me, I'm like, yeah, I never feel bad about what I do because have you ever met Saad other?
Exactly.
Oh, what? You're all coming for me, but you know
No, it's a good thing. It's that you are not burdened by these anchors.
Okay, Stassi, I really give Stassi shorter Kristen Doty.
Like, thank God you're not burdened by these anchors of self-respect, decency, couth.
As Ren Oaks has quoted, you're not a real person.
Basically, Saad is in Chicago for the weekend because we're going to get into that, why he's here.
We need the
But
lore.
we haven't been together in 2 months. We are the ultimate trio, I like to say. And
Yes.
we're really good friends. And so with Saad being here for the first time in 2 months, perfect first podcast episode because ball of chaos. And so let's talk about why Saad's here. And this Sunday, Saad's been here since Friday. This is our first time seeing Saad since he got to Chicago. And why are you here, Saad?
So I'm in town visiting my boyfriend who I can't be seen with in public because...
Can you define the word boyfriend for us?
I think people need to understand that there's more nuance and dynamics to this. But essentially, I am in town visiting my boyfriend, who I will call John Romero for the sake of this podcast.
Oh my God, we're saying it.
Well,
When he gets bleeped out.
well, he did give me an alias anyway, so it kind of works.
Okay,
Anyways,
so John Romero is a code name. However, it is the name he initially gave you.
yes. It's a March 9th day on Tinder. You match with this man. You're thinking he's great, right? So we meet up. It's a one-night stand. It's going to be amazing. Meet up. We have sex. And let me tell you guys, this was the most amazing and passionate sex I've ever had. And I have a high sample size, for better or for worse. So to have that chemistry.
God, too hot to handle, scared of you.
The sexual health clinic hates to see me coming.
Oh my God, the body count challenge on Love Island.
Right?
Creating new numbers to get your body count.
Well, I would lie. I would high-key lie.
I think they all do.
Yeah, there's no way. Well, basically, let have amazing sex, and then we just kept seeing each other.
Yeah.
And so he told me, right, that his name was John Romero, that he is 45, and that he works
that was true.
and he works in law enforcement. Anyways, we're hanging out for a while.
45?
Yeah.
He shaved off 15 years?
Okay, but he does look young, and you guys have confirmed he looks
He does
young.
look younger than...
And he has a nice body. You guys know.
I wouldn't stretch it that far.
No,
He's your type.
I'm not going to yuck your yum. I'm going to leave it at that.
Anyways, because basically my friend, shout out Sydney Johnson, did do some digging and gave me a fake name, which I'm not going to say. He told me he's actually 60 years old and his job is not necessarily in law enforcement, but I'm not going to say what the job is.
Wait, yeah, don't say it, but I don't think I knew this. So what happened when you went to him and said, did you give me a fake name and age?
I texted him and I was like, hey, when you have a chance, I need to talk to you about something. It's not urgent, but it's something I'm concerned about. So he calls me immediately and I'm like, can I just ask something? Like, did you tell me a fake name and fake information? And the pause, the silence was so loud. And he's like, yes, I did.
Maybe that's why he likes you so much, is because he lied to you. He manipulated you. He gaslit you. And you are still around.
Cute. Your dream date.
No. No, okay, I'm going to give a little spin on it. I think that for a lot of reasons, people can't always come out, right? And I think like there's a lot of reasons, right, that people can't always come out.
Yeah.
When I met him, we met on an app, right? It was meant to be a one-night stand and these things. Then as our connection started building, like someone who's not out, like that trust can be big. So when I did tell him that, he admitted to all of it, told me all the truth. And I did say like, that's like kind of weird. But like he explained to me why he had that, and I think also coming from like my background being like South Asian, gay, Muslim, all of that,
brown Pakistani, gay bottom,
I can understand why someone may have these reservations.
Yeah.
So it was more so what happened afterwards, and look, I get this is like kind of insane. Since that March 9th, and yes, I can't see him in public, I get it. But since that March 9th,
casual lore.
Since that March 9th date, he's texted me every day, good morning. He always would pick me up and drop me off from my apartment to his house. Whenever we went out, I never paid for anything. He helped me move and pack up all my stuff when I was moved to Delaware from Chicago. He flew you out. He drove me to the airport to fly, and then he flew me out for this weekend to come stay with him.
But don't you think, like, genuine question, he's 60, we're in 2025. I think there's a lot of like gay 60-year-olds you could be DL with too.
But he likes younger people because.
But okay, listen, if he was
finish that sentence, because what?
Like, you know, he likes people who have like who are young and have like he has a very, very voracious sex drive.
Can I ask a question? What is the age gap between you and his children?
Let's say it's less than 5 years.
Okay, so but if he was a guy and you were a girl, do you see how that would be different?
Okay, like I totally get it. And you're right.
I'm calling Olivia Benson.
Like, yes, you are perhaps correct.
Perhaps.
But, you know, I think things work different in gay worlds. Whether that's true or not, I totally don't know. But, you know, I think things work a little differently in gay worlds.
I mean, he's your type, you're his type.
Yeah, and we have a lot of fun together. He's very caring. He's a really good person.
What do you guys talk about? Like,
very good question.
You know, honestly, because this weekend we had like time where like we were spending time together past just like hooking up and like sleeping and stuff. So, but we just like make jokes. Like we'll talk about like my family, his family, just like stuff like that's going on in life. We really just like kind of like joke around, like to talk about unserious stuff. But that was kind of this weekend was the first time we were kind of in this environment where it's like, oh, like we're together for more than just like hooking up and like FaceTiming or talking. But even while it's in Delaware, we like call on the phone like every other day and we'll talk for like an hour.
And the crazy thing to me about it is you've been here since Friday. This is our first time seeing you because you've been with this guy. Not only that, when you moved, he was the last person you saw instead of us.
Yeah.
I literally saw you guys on the day and I slept at this place that night because I had no apartment.
And you left at 6 p.m.
Yeah.
You said you met him on Tinder. I thought you guys met on Grindr.
No, Tinder.
Do you prefer Tinder over Grindr?
Well, you know, now I'm banned from Tinder, and
he only has so many options.
That's what, I thought you were already banned from Tinder. How did you?
No, that was Hinge. And are you banned from Bumble too?
No, Bumble. I'm on Bumble.
Okay,
so you're banned from Tinder now.
Yeah.
Why? How do you even get banned?
I don't know. And honestly, if you go on TikTok, there's a whole area where it's like you get randomly banned, and like because I honestly don't do anything crazy on those apps.
Wait, I have an idea. I think the reason you were banned from Tinder is because this was a scheme set up by Todd.
Just to wrap it up, like, because I don't want to take up too much time, I think that, yes.
Oh, really?
Let's go, you and me, outside. No, I think for what it is, like, obviously we know this is not going to be a long-term, like, full thing, right? The age gap, all the other stuff going on.
You act like it's going to be a long term.
Yeah, like how could this even proceed forward? Like, you have the distance, but, like, you're going to see him here and there, so like,
and you're moving back.
Well, so I think right now while I'm in like Delaware, and you guys know I don't want to stay there, and I have to touch my research, my graduation, and my things for my doctorate program.
Go touch that dissertation.
So right now while I'm at there for the year, it's like I have this stable, consistent thing going, and I'm like not trying to get into a relationship.
Yeah.
So for this year, it's like kind of okay. And then yes, I think it is something to keep in mind about the future. But
it works for what it is right now.
yeah, I will say to the people listening, I did spend a lot of time with these girls before I was leaving. In fact, Renee, you did not show up to my party.
I was mentally depressed, and as a psychologist,
You should have grace for mental illness.
For me. And you know what? If you were a real friend, you would have canceled your party and moved to my apartment to pick me up out of bed.
Yeah, because if you were sick and you couldn't go to a party, you know we would have had to rearrange the party.
Oh yeah, you mean on the day before I was flying out.
Yeah.
I was clinically depressed, and you have the power to help me out of that because you're trained.
That's what psychologists do, the power to heal the sick. And
But he didn't do it.
well, I'll do it now.
Does that make him a fake friend?
Yeah.
Okay, you all know you love me.
XOXO.
Wait,
Okay, so that's an introduction to Saad.
There's more to me than just that, I swear. But
And we
yeah.
will circle back to it. Let's give the focus to Destiny for a second. My great diva.
yes.
So Destiny and I met at the Puppy Sphere. The best
PTSD.
job ever because I met her. We are trauma bonded for life.
Trauma bonded. I knew the moment Renee and I was going to be friends because we were talking about something gossiping, and I go, "Show it to me, Rachel," and she burst out, died of laughter. Where everyone else is like, "What?"
Yeah.
Instantly linked.
Chronically online girls.
I had so much fun that first day ever teaching there. One, because it was just new, like puppies everywhere, but really because Destiny and I were gabbing the entire
We were just yapping about
Yeah.
Bravo. I was like, "Oh, we see each other."
We made like a date that next, like we were like, let's go to Sushi-san. Like,
Yep.
we left making plans to hang out again.
And we did, and the rest is history.
Yeah. And how did you end up in Chicago?
Well, I always wanted to live in a city, but I didn't want to live in New York because it's a little too close to
But
home.
you have a lot of friends in New York.
Well, it's like we swap places because I'm from Jersey, but it's like I grew up going to the city, and also I just cannot be that close to my family.
Yeah.
I need distance. This is my safe space. And I went to school in the Midwest. I went to Michigan. Go Blue. Love to fly. I see the judgment in your eyes.
Wait, I'm like watching.
Okay,
with, like, love.
Shannon Bedore, judgy eyes. I'm kidding.
I think the one comment about our group is that we have resting, like, judgy face. Like,
Yeah.
So I'm actually, like, being so
I'm
sincere.
kidding.
No, I think it's funny because I am being sincere, but that's just what it gives off.
But yeah, I really like the Midwest, and like Chicago's like another great city.
Mm-hmm.
So I knew a few people, and it's kind of happened where all my friends from Michigan or like the Midwest then moved to New York, and I came here. Also, I'm just can't afford New York, to be
really
honest.
expensive.
And like, I just can't justify spending that much money to live 75 minutes away from my parents.
Exactly.
That's insane.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Our apartments are so nice. Like even when you were here, Wicker Park apartment was so nice. Like what we're paying, we cannot get back.
And it's affordable. Like I can go to happy hour, I can go to do other things, and I'm not breaking the bank. For my friends in New York, you're paying more than double of what I'm paying, and your only amenity is an elevator.
Yeah.
I mean, and I was able to live here while being a like doctorate
The
student.
poorest person I knew.
I mean, obviously, there's other things that helped me out during that time, but
The family group chat.
The family group chat.
Who's paying my
The
rent
friends
this
who
month?
support you.
Your sugar mommy sitting next to you.
But like honestly, that in New York wouldn't even be enough. Even with the support I had here,
Oh,
that
no,
would not go in New York.
And that's real friendship. I always say, me and my sister always say, like, if you want your friends to go somewhere and they don't have the money, pay for them.
Exactly.
Because you know they're good for it. Like with my friends, I always like bring it back or pay it back with that.
Exactly.
Because it's not something I worry about, and especially too, it's just like grew up poor, like I grew up service industry, working in restaurants, pizzeria in high school. I feel like having that connection of like dealing with people firsthand, some people that don't, you see the difference in how they are with their friends, which I will say like going to Michigan was a culture shock because there's some really, really rich people and it shows that you haven't worked a service job and that you don't have that same level of consideration. No tea, no shade. Shoe fits, run with it.
Some teen shade is okay.
Yeah.
I feel like college is the first recognition of like when you see how people grew up, but it still exists when you're adulting too. I still meet people and I'm like, oh, touch grass.
When I went to brunch and these bitches were all like, oh, we should just split it evenly. And they're like, actually, no, let's go by item. And then they're Venmoing down to the cent.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Is that 11 cents really that important to you?
That's so embarrassing.
I once had a girl Venmo request me 11 cents because she offered me 2 chips and her artichoke dip, and I took them, and she literally Venmoed 11 cents.
That's ridiculous. I don't even know how does Venmo even allow that.
Can we qualify that as another type of mental illness?
And I don't even know where she got 11 cents. I was like, sure, I'll pay this if you really need it.
Let me pull out a dime and a penny from my car console.
Like,
No, that's crazy. I went to help my friend move in, and she asked to bring water, so I took them 3 water $6 when I got there. They're like, what's your Venmo? Like, it was $6. You do not have to Venmo.
No.
I want to rewind to us and our friendship, our trio, and friends who move, because I know Saad, he left us, which is like a big stab in the heart.
Which, like, I did not leave by choice, by the way, everyone. I need everyone to know that.
It was a choice.
I mean, you guys remember,
A choice to pursue his degree.
Yeah.
you guys remember my interview process. I wasn't doing too hot.
It's okay, babes. We wanted you.
We do. But you moved away. That put a knife in our heart. But also, last weekend when we were in LA, I saw my friend Audrey, who moved to LA.
Yeah.
Yesterday, you saw your friend Maddie.
Oh my God.
Away. And it's just like so insane when you're at this age and you're like, your friends are moving away.
It's so hard because the thing of, especially too, like being in a space like college where you're in a college town, you're around everyone, especially like being in Ann Arbor, it's not huge.
Yeah.
It's big enough, but everybody knows each other. Like you're all in a mile by mile radius. And then now I look on Find My Friends and half my friends are in New York.
Yeah.
And it's like when you're in a city like this, your friends are your family.
Yeah.
Because we don't have our family in the city.
Thank God.
And we're
Honestly, like, real.
For me personally, thank Allah.
Thank Allah. Our allies here. No, but you guys are so right. I mean, I keep like mentally thinking of like, I'm deaf coming back to Chicago, but you're right. That seems like a good point. Like, you don't know, right? Me finishing my degree, it's where I get a job, where I match for fellowship. Like, all these things get into it.
And it's like out of your control fully. It's not like, okay, like you can say like, oh, I definitely want to come back, but there's so many moving pieces that go to
your
it.
friend, we just have to be supportive.
Yeah. Well, I think with you two as well.
Maybe bully you a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. But every group needs that friend. The one who's like the roastie. Like, every group needs that.
I mean, just give us so much material. As I always say, if you don't want to be talked about, don't give me something to talk about.
But I'm glad I do.
I know.
But even with you guys, like, I don't know, I moved back right to the East Coast, and a lot of my friends live in New York City, New Jersey, all of that. I don't know. It's funny because when I left to Chicago in 2021, right, I knew no one here. And I always thought I'd go back to the East Coast and live there. And then I came to Chicago, met you two. And I think it just, when I went back, I realized, like, I'll always have a soft spot for, like, the East Coast and being grown up there. But it doesn't feel the same. And I'm sure people can relate to that.
I feel that when I go home.
Yeah.
I don't even, like, connect to it in a way.
Yeah. Like, and I know now, like, that Chicago is my home. And I just think, like, we've talked almost every day since I've been gone. Like,
why would we not?
Yeah. So I know I want to come back.
Hashtag welcome back to separation anxiety. I'm Larsa Pippen.
Yeah.
But even you didn't see your one friend Maddie for a year and a half, and your friend Audrey.
Same.
Yeah.
And it's hard because it's like, even though you still talk, it's like so close, and like that's the difficult part about being an adult and like growing up, and you're all in these different stages. Like you have to meet people where they are, but it's hard sometimes because you want. What if it was? What if it wasn't? Like I want it to be how it was, but it's not.
I think it's also just hard. It's already hard enough to make friends, like at our age, like that we truly like
and it's
mix with.
Exactly, it's hard because you meet a lot of new people, and there are people you might think off rip, like, oh yeah, like we vibe, we're fun because we're friend. We call ourselves unfriendly black hotties, but we are friendly.
I'm not even black. I'm brown, but we are.
You're included.
But like we are very extroverted. We talk to a bunch of people, and there's some people that you meet and you think like, oh, we're gonna hit it off. But then after like a month or two, you see some of their true colors come out and you're like, they're whack. And we're not naming any names, but like people too are still stuck in that like Big Ten sorority mindset. So it's like, oh, I'm hanging out with the Delta Chi guys. Like we're 25 years old.
Yeah.
Get a grip.
Yeah. I think like for me, it's just like you guys know I'm mean.
Remember when we first met and
you're just as mean as me.
No, I remember the first.
We all are.
When I met Renee for the first time, I met her through Destiny, and we were just talking, hanging out, and then Renee's like, "Wow, you are so judgy."
I don't even know what you were saying. That's the funny thing.
I don't even remember, but you said that, and I was howling because, and we're like, "You're not wrong."
Yeah.
We all are.
Yeah.
But then it's like so funny because Renee's like, "No, like I feel like you would recognize that. Sometimes you'll be out and you just look so
miserable."
Like,
that's just me. And I'm having the time of my life.
When me and her would judge other bitches at puppy yoga in the corner.
Remember the one Pilates class where we all did, and Renee walked in stone. We had like other friends there. Renee walked in stone cold.
Say hi.
Only said hi to me.
Yeah.
She like barely said hi to me. I was teaching the class.
And then the minute the class ended, she grabbed her bag.
She said bye to me and then left.
Yeah. The thing about me is I just feel like
and it wasn't on purpose. Like,
It's just me. It's not like a direct, and I think that's why we get along, is because it's not a direct attack, and I think some people can like take it.
It's like unintentional, so it's like we don't get mad because like that's just you. Like the same way that's like we say out of pocket things or whatever.
I always say the biggest difference of being annoying is people who are self-aware. Yeah. So like I have my issues, but I'm very self-aware of them, and I think all three of us like,
and we make jokes about it and like play into it and play it up. Where there's other people that aren't self-aware of their actions, and they keep doing the same thing, and it's very annoying. And it's like, look at yourself.
Wait, the more I think about like when I think about our flaws, the more I realize like, Renee, you are the Stassi Schroeder. Destiny, you are Katie Maloney, and I am Kristen Doty.
Does that mean I have a humiliation kink? Katie, I love you, but yeah.
And I have no anchors, clearly.
But the thing about Katie, I think I always have loved Katie. Like personally, Katie is always right. She's always right about everyone. She clocks everyone. She's such a good friend, and I feel like Stassi, when she gets wrong, like me, I'm gonna stand on it, and I'm gonna be wrong and loud.
Heavy on that with you and Kristen Doty. You know, you might the crazy things might be crazy and might not be fully right, but you're like, I'm gonna stand 10 toes behind it.
Yeah.
Watch the episode when they are at some vineyard Lala took them to. Kristen's fucked up.
Oh yeah,
the vibe.
That's my power. My Saad, others' power, absolutely decimating the vibes and leaving.
Can we talk about his going away party? Mind you, this was the second going away party. We already had one at his place, so this is at our friend Sydney's condo. And we knew there was some tension brewing. We said all week, Saad, don't pick a fight. Don't pick a fight with Sydney over this.
He wouldn't.
And he's like, I'm not going to cause any drama. He gets a little drunk. We're like, where's Saad? He's in Sydney's bedroom, listening to Party For You, crying. He's like, no, I just feel like nobody here cares about me. And it opened a Pandora's box. He would not stop. Be like, I just feel like you don't listen to me. I feel like you just don't care. Like, nobody here cares about me. And it was so awful. Like, the vibes of the party were absolutely decimated to the point where I saw my friend. I was like, if you want to leave, just leave. I will meet you out. Like, maybe we should just us. And so he's like, yeah, I don't think we should do it here. He's like, yeah, well, the peanut gallery can leave to the extra people in the kitchen.
Oh my God.
That weren't a part of the core group.
But they know me, and I did personally apologize to everyone, and we're all good at the end.
But I feel like, okay, so Saad didn't watch reality TV for a while. When you started watching reality TV, like we all do, you thought you were in a reality show.
He definitely was acting like there was cameras
are around you.
He does have those moments, and I think too.
At the restaurant when I was talking, and then I had a reaction, and then our friend Cindy's like, "There are no cameras watching you. Why are you reacting this way?"
Because he had like an office moment where like John Helper like looks at the camera. That's what he was doing. We're like, there's no cameras.
I was like, yeah, that's like so annoying. I can't believe she would do that. Like, there's no cameras watching. I will be honest, in June, I was like, because I was moving and I was in with the stress of like moving and...
Oh, so you just became mentally unstable in June?
And what's your excuse?
Hey, talk to my doctors. It's clinical.
Clean up.
It was perfect.
No, but I think just like everyone knows, moving is like one of the most stressful things you can do.
It's the hardest thing that you can do.
Yeah, and then I was moving and I was leaving Chicago, and I wasn't really happy about leaving Chicago. You know what? I have a lot of good... I feel like we've only been... Everyone's gonna think I'm this like crazy, like...
That's okay. You leaving Chicago during Pride Month is
homophobic, I think.
Which... Can we talk about the elephant in the room?
What's the elephant in the room?
Saad, how do you feel that there's a new bottom in the circle? I don't want to say he's replacing you, but...
To be fair, I haven't hung out with him as much.
Because you're a real one, and I love you, girl.
So I'm fake?
No, honestly, I don't know what it... I think I met him before, and honestly, I really like him. So I feel like because, like... And I think we're very different personalities.
You guys are very different.
Yeah.
And I don't think anyone can be Saad.
No. Very much not a real person.
Everyone always says that. They're like, you're just the most unique person. What about me is so unique? But I mean, even like Brendan, like he's like when we came to his birthday and he gave us a shout out.
Oh my God, he's so sweet. I love him to death.
Like, give you a shout out. What do you mean?
Like giving a speech. He's like, oh, I love my friends much. Like even Saad and Destiny who just showed up. I just met, which is just so sweet. He has such a kind heart. And an amazing apartment and good vibes. I can't wait to see him later.
Yes, I really like him, which is why I was surprised too. Actually, that I wasn't jealous. Like as in, like I'm jealous more. Like I miss going out with you guys and like being involved in all these things.
I want to talk about now is trios.
Best my opinion, best friend group.
You either hate them or you love them.
They sometimes work, they sometimes don't. I feel like it has the highest fail rate out of like group dynamics.
I agree. So I feel like with a trio, there's always two. Like you guys.
I was about to say that.
And I'm the out and out. But then it's also me and you. And then you're the
we haven't like really hung out that much alone. Yeah.
But you always have though.
I think Destiny, like always free, but she's always down to hang out and do things. So I feel like there are times like when you guys are doing stuff and you'll invade, but I can't come. How we all are, and I think no one feels left out.
Like, I also think another good thing like about us and other friends I have too, it's like we can call each other out.
Yeah.
Like I have another trio too, and like whenever they're just, I'm like, I'm left out. Saad's like, why are you guys talking without me in the chat?
Yeah.
He's like, why are you texting individually? I'm like, because she sent me the apartment code.
No, like even before, because you guys would like text on stuff individually. I was like, can you just text it in the group chat?
I sent my flight information last week to Destiny, and she goes, send this in the chat. Saad's gonna be mad.
Because you know what, it makes you feel included.
Yeah. Because even too, like I was at Jewel and she was coming back for a run. I was like, I'm around the corner. Let's meet here in front of Jewel. And we're texting the chat because I know someone would be upset if we were texting each other when we're trying to plan this running with each other.
Bitches are hanging out.
Like, yes.
Not in a whole other
Yes.
A whole other time zone.
Literally.
No, and I feel like that's the only way trios can ever really work. I've been through trios where it just like has not worked or anything.
It has to be copacetic.
Exactly. There gets resentment built up and stuff. But I feel like the best way is like when you call the shit out and you're like, why the fuck are you guys talking without me? You guys are hanging out.
Like we'll call stuff out always, and I feel like too, like we're good at taking it, even though like we love to figure too.
Also, I think whenever one of us has like an issue, I think the other two are always like, okay, I can see where this feeling is. Like after that, we had the FaceTime like in LA, and you're like, Saad, you would like ruin the vibes, blah blah. And then later, you guys call me being like, okay, Saad, actually, you wouldn't. We still want you here because I think you wouldn't even realize like we probably made him feel like, oh, you should not have been here. But then you guys called me yourselves, and we're like, no, we want.
We love you. It's just like the situation. I just know something would have turned left, and like it would have been like that episode of Victorious where they were locked in the van. Like that's what it felt like.
It really did. I feel like that was the only part where I was like, Saad cannot be here.
Yeah.
We literally would have been arrested.
I think in that situation, like even just in general, less people the better. That situation.
In that situation, but when we were out at night, I literally was like, Saad needs to be here. Literally in gay Disney, and Saad isn't here.
Yeah, like that didn't feel right. And I think too, it's just like that moment because we were like, honestly, I didn't want to be there myself. There was nothing we could do.
And I feel like that's the hardest we've ever been at when we went out too, because of what we went through that day.
Yeah.
Oh my, fucked up.
We were white girl wasted.
Did you see Destiny's knee?
Wait, what happened to your knee?
She fell on the sidewalk when we were walking to another bar, and me and some other queens helped her.
Oh my god, girl!
It's so bad.
It was worse before.
It was really bad. And it's so funny. I have videos, and we're in the Waymo, and I'm like, "What's wrong?" She's like, "My knee hurts." We have no idea her knee's like fully bleeding that night. Like, you saw the video of us in the hallway.
Yeah.
The videos when I woke up the next morning, like. Because like I was sleeping and I watched them. It was just so funny.
Yeah, the hangover I feel like I encountered. I did.
And then you guys on the plane the night flying when hungover.
Would not recommend, but the rap brought me back to life. We got a rap.
Oh yeah, from Air One.
Kind of brought me back to
like a rap, like food.
Oh yeah, we actually have to talk about this because
let's talk about LA.
One thing I'm still mad at Renee about. She made me pump gas because she couldn't pump it.
No, this was so bad. I was so dumb.
Mind you, we are both from New Jersey. Do these hands look like they pump gas? No.
But the thing is,
you're from a state where you have to pump your own gas.
The thing is, one, I have a boyfriend, don't have a car, and so also I was hungover. My mind was not working.
Can't wait till they hear how much you spent on that beach fiasco.
Okay, well let's get into it.
It's
a sunny day, so it's Saturday. So this is our big day. It's supposed to be our Bravo day. So we're like, we're gonna go to Malibu. Go there, we're gonna get lunch in Malibu, and then we'll come back. We'll go to something about her. We'll chill. We have dinner at Sir. Then we'll go to Tom Tom after, and then we'll go out to the Abbey. Sidebar: why were Tom and Raquel there?
No, it's so weird. I have a video where the camera like, why would Tom or Raquel be here?
Because is it low key? Like,
no.
It is built like a castle, which is cool.
I can't wait until we go because you're gonna have the same reaction. Like, why would they be here?
It was very out of place.
Yeah.
So we drive, whatever. We get to Zuma Beach, take some pictures. We set up our little camp with our Mondrian towels.
Dolphins.
We saw dolphins, which was sick.
I should get like a frame of like right before disaster strikes, you two walking back to the car.
I know.
Two hotties don't know what's about to come.
We had no idea. idea. We get back to the car. I'm looking for the key. I know I don't have the key at this point in my bag. I'm like, it's not in my bag. It's not in my pocket. I look at Destiny. Do you have a key?
And I'm like, I haven't touched the car key this entire trip.
Can you please look? Because I really don't have the key.
So we spend the next hour looking, digging, asking people, seeing, and people
Chasing our steps.
like the third time around, people are like, "Are you looking for something?" I'm like, "Yes, our car keys."
And she's talking to the lifeguard at this part. I'm on the phone separately. So you talk about how you were talking to.
So I was talking to the lifeguard. She was on with the rental car.
Yeah.
Mind you, this is a rental car, and we're in Malibu, and we got the car from LAX. The metal detector guy we called was like, "Oh, I'm out of town for this. Like, call this guy." We called 4 different people. One person was at a funeral. Another one was
checking himself into recovery.
Hardcore.
I did not even know there were this many metal detector agencies.
Just wait.
The ring finder.
Yes. And I was like, oh, it can't be more than 4 inches deep, like draw squares, dig.
I'm on with the rental because I'm freaking out. I call Joseph, he didn't answer. I call my mom, she didn't answer. I call my sister, she didn't answer.
Damn.
I know. I call my aunt, she answered. She's like, you're gonna have to call a rental company and maybe they can bring you another key. I'm like, okay. Call a rental company. They're like the only choices but to tow the car. I started doing yoga.
Oh yeah, she started doing yoga. Acting like a big truck. He pulls up in a white Mazda because I was looking.
To like the lifeguard, you were looking or whatever. Mm-hmm. He comes up to me and he's like, because it's a 2023 car, I need the original key fob. So I call Kia. The closest one is in Ventura, which is not close.
It's 45 minutes away.
He's telling me this at 3:15. He goes, they close at 4. And he's like, it's going to be more expensive. I cut him off. I'm like, just go. Like, then at this point, he goes away. Destiny's still not back at the car. There's another lady who comes back. I guess she's with her husband. Her husband told her what happened. She comes up like, you guys lost your car key. I'm like, yeah, and telling her the story. She sees Destiny running down the parking lot. She said, I think she found the key. And Destiny's like sprinting down. And I'm so delusional. I'm like, Destiny walks fast. She didn't find the key.
So I do actually walk fast, but I found a Kia key in the porta potty. So I'm like, oh my God, thank God. So I'm running to the
exact key.
And I'm like, oh my God. But then it was one of those like press to start with. So I'm like, this is not our key.
And I'm sitting at the car.
And she's sitting at the car.
What were you doing?
Sitting at the car.
I had to stay for days.
Yeah.
When we got to the beach, no one was there. I remember because someone parked right next to us, and I said, why the fuck would they park next to us?
Because the whole lot was open. And now we're like, oh, people are coming. Someone could be sitting on the keys. We don't know.
We have already been to the ice cream truck. He walks to the ice cream truck.
And then it drives.
The ice cream truck pulls off right past me. Then I have to wave the ice cream truck because I'm further down. And they stop, and I'm like, I'm not walking up there. Destiny's gonna walk up to the ice cream truck. And
this sounds like an awful story.
And Dave comes back, and they sold him the key. There's no blade in it.
The car alarm went off, and then we looked at
It's a Rosa found.
It was literally at the entry of the beach.
Yep.
You guys didn't check the entry of the beach?
We did,
but here's the thing. Trying to figure, but it's the point, like, we smoked so much that I wasn't 100% sure. It's also, like, we've been out there at this point 5.5 hours. Why is this the first person to see the key and pick it up?
And everybody knew we were looking for it. Like,
who dropped the key?
It was me. Aquifer was gone. That's what we were looking for. We were like, how is a big-ass aquifer? How can no one see that over the sea? And it's like 2 big objects.
Exactly.
How much was it?
$650.
It was $650.
So in total, this excursion cost you about $750.
Mm-hmm. While we were looking for the key, I'm seeing, like, looking down at the sand, and I'm just going, we gotta keep it head.
The crazier thing is, like, why did you guys send that kid Cash App money?
I think you think that now, but if you were there, you would have been like,
so hyped.
Yeah, he has no idea how much he saved.
And like, because even to think about it, even if Dave made a key, we might still have to pay the rental company a lost key found. Like, there was much more into it.
Like, we lost the key or something. And also, Dave's key wasn't working.
Exactly. It was turning the car on, but the engine wasn't turning over. So we're like, fuck, is this not working?
All this time waiting for that. We would have had to pay a fat fee for them to come tow the car.
Exactly. Because what was the option if the key wasn't found?
Yeah. Never lost anything at the beach, and to lose your car key would not recommend.
In reality, while I may have ruined the vibes, I feel like if I was there, we wouldn't have lost the key to begin with.
That could be true.
Because I feel like you guys would be like, stop doing the man, hold the key.
Yeah, and then also, like, with 3 people, that's why I'm so shocked it happened. It felt like neither one of us noticed.
Yeah.
Maybe someone else would have noticed.
I mean, it adds character, and like, it wouldn't be us if there wasn't like some story.
Even was our phone dying, personally, I didn't have service for some reason.
You guys told me a crazy story. I thought you guys met, like, I don't know, Jax Taylor, and
we were literally like waiting until Saad hears it.
I thought it was gonna be some like really crazy thing, and then when I heard it, like each time hearing it, I'm like, okay, it can't get worse than this.
But it did.
And it's getting worse and worse.
Yeah, honestly, the lowest, like, us drawing squares in the sand, and then on all fours, just like
drawing squares.
You know what would have helped that vibe? John Romero. So yes, you're right. I probably
Cut the camera.
I would have been like, "Where's John Romero?"
So that was Malibu.
Yeah.
I truly have fun. The last time I went to LA was a shit show. I was like, okay, LA might be like cursed because
People say this thing about like Miami, and here's what I'll tell you: it is not cursed. It's that you are going on trips with people who are so inflexible or need things a certain way, and the reality is you need to go on vacations. On all viewers, no city is cursed, no place is cursed. You just have bad friends. LA trip with the other people, probably those people who are very like.
That's a story for another day. Like, I mean, it was fun for what it is, but it just wasn't the right people to try.
You just need people that are flexible.
Yeah.
And
I have family stuff going on
that aren't on a tight budget and that are like just give and take. Like,
or frugal. Frugal's the worst. Because let's be honest here, when I've gone on a lot of vacations, I am as broke as they come. But
we know.
I would be going on these vacations and be doing whatever because I think if you're going, and yes, I will acknowledge the privilege of my family and my friends who help cover these things. Big changer, but I think it's worse going with frugal people because when you go on a trip with friends, like, yes, you have a budget. We're not going to go crazy, but like
we're gonna be realistic. We're not getting a table at Lyft.
Yeah.
But we will go spend $20 on a Hailey Bieber smoothie 3 times. Yeah.
Our friends are always just very like go with the flow.
And we're all very generous. Like, you'll be like, oh, I'll get this. Like, I'm not gonna be like, oh, well, I pay for this. You should pay for this. I'm like, I'll put my card on. We literally were like, we'll figure it out later. And be aware and be honest with yourself. Like, do I really want to go on a trip with this person?
Yeah.
Because that's why we're like, oh, Miami ruined the friendship. No, you came with a budget of $300 and you guys were just spending.
Was already
if your friendship's being ruined by a city like Miami, you have bigger problems going on.
Yeah.
I think girls always like fight when there's a big like girl.
It's the stereotype of like the girls trip to Miami. Everyone's in that story. Like we go into and I love when they're like Miami ain't ready for us because Miami isn't ready for a bunch of girls wearing Shein driving around. Like because Miami hasn't seen that before.
Some girls like. I mean, we don't center men in our life. I don't center men in my life.
I will fight back on that. I don't yes, I do.
You don't feel the way that like other people
like
do.
My friends are always I do not center men in like where I go with my friends and family. Like yes, I'm a little bit of a slooty slew, better than
but exactly.
Center in my life around my boyfriend too much.
No,
we actually not. We
actually were talking about this earlier about like other people that like they fall off the face of the earth when they get like a boyfriend, and then it's like if things don't work out, then they come crawling back. But it's like to the point where it's like you're not hanging out, you're barely texting, you're not FaceTime, you're not joining functions, and then it makes it hard because now I feel a disconnect because you've been with this person, and then now it's over, and now you're trying to act like everything's normal, but it's like, where have you been for the last 6 months?
So when you get in a relationship, like especially in the beginning, you are supposed to like spend more time with that person because you're building that life as a partner. Like that partner should be the most important person because that's going to be your life partner, right? But that doesn't mean that your friends and family become unimportant.
Exactly. For me, I feel like I have like friends, like I'll bleep out names, like
oh my god, yeah.
Like I feel like she probably thinks like, oh, she got a boyfriend and she's just like not hanging out with me anymore. I just don't like you anymore.
Yeah.
It's not that. I think it's just like those two things happened at the same time.
But you know
that's how it happened with you know who.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's call her Big O.
Yeah. But you know, these are things like what was I gonna say? Like, for example, us and our friendship might not be the perfect example, but like obviously, like Joseph is your priority because that's your life partner.
Shout out Joseph.
Yes, we love Joseph. But I have never felt like you don't value me or Destiny as people. But like I think people also do have to understand that like when people are in relationships, if there's a balance, but like yes, that person is going to be a big part of their life. Yeah. So it's on both sides. The person who's in a relationship has to have a balance, but friends should also understand.
But I think it also, too, things that can aggravate more is when that person, like, oh, you might be falling off because you're only talking to that person, but then also the only time you talk to me is to complain about that person. I've seen that happen. We've had that happen with and sometimes
person too, because
exactly it depends on the person and friends.
Joseph, you guys can come over and chill with us.
Yeah.
People are weird, like, oh, my friend shouldn't be friends with my boyfriend. Okay, well, how do you think the rest of life's gonna work?
But I will say on that I'm on a camp where it's like your partner's friends are not your friends in this level that if you guys break up, that I think in general, it's really hard to have mutual friends to your ex. And I think honestly it doesn't work. Love to death all my friends' partners because you do become close with them.
Yeah.
There is that understanding that like, if Renee and Joseph ever were to break up, I I would not be
And I
talking to
just go to
Joseph.
Instagram and see you guys at market days with Joseph.
Like, that's weird. Yeah.
That's fucking weird.
Sending in an aerial threat.
Yeah, and so I feel like it's just like I don't understand shit like that. Like it's just like a loyalty thing, I guess.
People don't have that same sense of loyalty always. That's where you get like the Sheena Shea, the people pleaser.
Exactly.
Where
A friend to all is a friend to none.
Taylor Swift.
You know, like the things she would say, like I think Sandoval misses his friendship with me more than he misses Ariana.
That's so fucked
or
up.
or when Sheena like in an interview was like, you know, it was really hard on me, but it's about Ariana and it's never about me. It's like, are you so delusional?
And it's so jealous too, because like, okay, we're saying this and we can see straight on like Sheena's being a fucking asshole and a bitch and not a good friend.
And I think,
but then it's like they try to make. I feel like Sheena and Lala, their like dynamic. They try to make it seem like people are like just jumping on Team Ariana, but no, we can see
they
what
tried
it
so
is.
hard to make Ariana the villain. I know, guys, is that I started watching VPR this past year, and I would give them like updates every season, and then they were like, "You can't watch Scandival without us." So I went over to Renee's, and they put it on TV for us
so
all to
fun.
watch. And the reunion, I mean,
Yeah.
we recorded his reaction and the TikTok didn't save, but that's why I'm dying all these new Love Island fans being like, this is Ariana seeing her at the season 10 reunion, literally
baddie.
eviscerating Tom and Raquel. I'm like, maybe if you guys did your research.
Yeah. Last thing I do want to do, because I want to do this in every episode, is go through one by one the spiral of today. This can be anything. A small thing that happened. I know what Destiny's is going to be. So do you want to start?
I'll start.
Yeah.
So mine's actually from what happened yesterday. I so desperately just wanted to get the Byron Blue of Aritzia set. I go into the store, mind you, I have to go on Michigan Ave. It's already 2 p.m. 4 p.m. on a Saturday. I walk in, and this is what I hear. Are we at Radius Room? Why is it a club? Find the sweatshirt. I'm like, oh, let me get the cargo pants. And then extra large and double extra small. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? I go ask someone. They're like, oh yeah, there's 3 in store, but maybe they're floating around. So I go look around. I'm like, oh, perfect. I see the workout set upstairs. I'll just get the workout set because I'll wear it to class. There wasn't a single top that fucking color. So then I'm like, I need to get the fuck out of the store.
Yeah.
I leave the store, I walk out, and I'm just sending a voice memo, and I'm so irritated. Then there's a siren blaring because I'm on Michigan Ave. Then I'm trying to leave, and some guys singing, and the audio. You need to listen. I'll make sure you guys listen.
That's quite definition of spiral of the day.
Yeah.
And
It's something that like can seem so mundane, but like when it just topples on everything.
I need to get the fuck out of here. Then went down to sketchy side street on Kenzie, and then I walked home and I ate a slice of pizza, and I felt better.
Yeah. Mine also was from last night. I don't know if the girlies can relate of when you're with your mans and you like think of fake scenarios and you get mad. And I was with my mans yesterday and we were just talking about like if you'd ever have a threesome. And I asked him, I was like, would you ever like have a threesome with like me? He's like, yeah, I'd be open to it. And I was like, he was like, what about you? I was like, I would not want you to like be fucking another man in front of me. And he was
Valid.
like, and he was like, oh, like what would you do if that was to happen? I'd be like, I think I'd see it and just pack my bags and just leave silently, you know, don't know my next move. And then obviously I said that, and then his response should be, but I wouldn't let you leave, and I'd come and grab you, or I'd be like, no, baby, come back.
Okay.
And he knows me well, right? So he knew it. So then he was like, yeah, and then I would just be like, okay, get home safe. And I just got so mad, and I literally could not even look at him. And then like we're in the pool, and he's like, I'm like walking away from him, and he's like, why are you getting so upset over a fictitious scenario? And I'm like, because I'm just imagining that you're like fucking someone else, and then tell me, okay, go, like no.
Yeah.
And I just got so upset about these fake scenarios.
God.
That was my spiral, but then I was fine later.
And that's valid.
Yeah.
Both are valid.
I think you come on, fake scenarios.
I get it.
I think the girlies can understand that happens.
Yeah, I do get it. I've gotten upset over fake
We listen and we don't judge.
We don't judge.
What about you, Renee?
I don't know. Usually I always have a spiral, but I think today the only thing that like kind of like maybe sent me almost into a spiral is we have a dog run. Like, totally down there. And some people are just such assholes. Like, it's so hit or miss.
Yep.
And what pisses me off the most is when someone's mean to me, but then they pet Oakley. It makes me like fucking punch them in the face.
Yeah,
like,
don't touch my child.
dog.
Don't touch my child.
We are alike because the way we just felt that.
Yeah.
We're
like,
so mad. Yeah, and another thing is Joseph talked to her before and she wasn't mean to him. And so now I'm like,
are you racist?
Weird. She's black.
No, maybe she's sexist.
Misogynistic.
We're throwing a lot of
She
words
has
out,
these
but
two little dogs, and she like, I don't know, she doesn't like me. I can tell. Like, I get the vibe, but it's just fucking weird. And so it's like when I go down there and I'm just like, fuck. I try not to take him to a dog run all the time because I don't want to see people.
Right.
But like, I had to because I had to go on my run. But it just fucking irritated me. And I've had crash outs over the dog run before of like people being an asshole because I'm like starting my period. I'm like, you're just the
also
bitch.
like the being nice to your boyfriend but not to you.
That's
rude.
not to be nice to her.
I hate that shit.
Yeah.
Because like even when I had my ex, that would happen, and I would just get it was like other gay guys would be nice to him but not to me, and they'd be like a little and oof, I get you, girl.
So that was my crash out, which is like, okay,
Our certain way, own it.
yeah,
Like BFFR.
Yeah.
Clark it.
Clark it.
and that's
Yeah.
Thank you so much for tuning into the first episode of Tab Overload. You can find us on Tab Overload Pod at everything. That's Instagram, that's TikTok, that is Threads. We are there. We being me. I hope to see you next week. Bye.